strange new trend takes over TikTok, a woman fakes her own disappearance, and a man buys his wife a congratulatory gift for appearing in her first pornographic movie. Welcome to the weekly roundup, where we cover the most diabolical yet hilarious news of the week. Our top story today, Jussie Smollett is making a comeback and apparently now identifies as a woman. That's right, a 25-year-old woman named Carlee Russell is being accused of faking her own disappearance after going missing for 48 hours. Alright, so here's a quick breakdown of the story. Carlee left work on July 13th and after picking up dinner and snacks from Target, placed a call to 911 claiming she saw a toddler wandering around the side of the highway in his diaper. When police arrived 3 minutes later, they found Carlee's car, her wig, and her phone, but no Carlee. After a 48-hour nationwide search, the unexpected happened. Carlee returned home on foot, completely unharmed. She later recounted her harrowing tale to investigators, where she claimed she was kidnapped by a white man with red hair and a bald spot. The next thing she remembers is being in the trailer of an 18-wheeler. She said there was also a female and a crying baby present. Russell told detectives that at one point she was able to escape the 18-wheeler, but was captured again and placed in a car. They then took her to a house, stripped her naked, and took pictures of her. She told police she then went to sleep, and when she woke up, the woman fed her cheese and crackers and played with her hair. Finally, she was put back into a vehicle where she once again escaped through the woods that just happened to lead her right back to her family home. If it was a movie, I'd give it 17% on the tomato meter. But this interview with her parents, on the other hand, deserves an Academy Award.
What did you do when you saw her?
We tried to hug her as best we could, but I had to stand back because she was not in a good state. So we had to stand back and let medical professionals work with her. But it's okay.
Now here's where this saga gets real hilarious. In the days since her return, the police have been unable to corroborate the details of her story. Not only were there no other sightings reported of the missing child, but other details in her story are a little dodgy as well. Like the fact that Carlee's wig and phone were found in her car when she went missing, but the snacks she purchased at Target went missing with her. Hey man, getting abducted is a long and arduous journey that requires a lot of energy. She also had $160 tucked into her sock when she went missing. And just one other small detail. She was Googling abductions when she got abducted. That's right, when investigators searched Carlee's phone, they found that shortly before she went missing, she was Googling the movie Taken, a classic abduction film. She also Googled how to pay for an Amber Alert and how to take money from a cash register without getting caught. Well, Carlee, the first rule of stealing without getting caught is don't Google how to steal without getting caught. The second rule of stealing without getting caught is don't draw attention to yourself by causing a nationwide search for you and an imaginary toddler. I should teach a life lesson workshop. Carlee isn't the only woman playing pretend for a little bit of recognition this week. A new trend called NPC streaming is taking TikTok by storm, with an ex-stripper named Pinky Doll leading the charge.
Ice cream so good. Meow. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, strong woman. Yeah, strong woman. Yes, popcorn. Yes, yes, yes. Slay, huh? Oh, thank you, baby. You got me feeling like a queen. Slay, huh?
Pinky Doll is what is known online as an NPC streamer. NPC stands for non-player character, a video game character that comes pre-programmed and typically cannot be manipulated by the person at the controls. As such, an NPC's phrases and movements are often formulaic and repetitive. Oh yeah, I remember these people. I met like a bunch of them during COVID. We're in this together. We're in this together. We're in this together. Flatten the curve. Flatten the curve. Flatten the curve. Flatten the curve. What Miss Sinan is doing is considered by some to be fetish content. For certain viewers, there's something sexual about being able to control her every word and gesture by sending her this or that gift. For other viewers, she's just plain fascinating to watch. Something sexual about controlling her gestures? Honestly, men used to conquer entire countries to feel control. Now they send ice cream cone emojis to strangers on the internet. Soy milk ice cream's so good. Speaking of cockless cucks, a YouTuber bought his wife a Lamborghini to celebrate her filming a porno movie with another man. Adam Grand Mason, more commonly known as Adam22, bought his spouse Lena a $270,000 neon green Lamborghini for sleeping with fitness influencer Jason Love. After his wife did the deed, a little spat took place between the two men after Love claimed he's better in bed than Lena's husband. An insult Adam replied to with this.
Jason Love, I trusted you to pork my wife. And it seems like that clout is getting to your head. You're talking real spicy and I ain't really feeling it. Number one, the angle of the dangle is more important than the cubic of the pubic. That's number one. Number two, my D game, when I'm serving it, man, it's just like your mom's home cooking because there's a special ingredient. It's called love. You ever heard of it?
Wow. Very fitting retort for a man who has cum tattooed on his face. Obviously, I'm aware that this whole thing is fake. There's no actual row taking place between these two men. And that's because there's no actual threat to Adam's manhood. His self-worth is tied into social media likes, not his ability to satisfy or protect his wife, which is all part of yet another online trend. The one where evolved progressives further erode the meaning and purpose of marriage by having open relationships and sharing every detail of them online. Meet Danielle. She's a TikToker who documents her journey through an open marriage.
My husband and I are in a hierarchical, non-monogamous relationship. And hierarchy, at the end of the day, is a structure. Think about a work environment. Would it function effectively if it didn't have hierarchy and structure? And just because a manager is ranked higher than someone else within the company, that doesn't make that ethical or unethical if everyone is treated appropriately. And so when I think about hierarchy in my relationship, it provides a system that we've discussed and that we discuss with our partners so that it's really clear how our relationship works and also how we can introduce other people into our dynamic. Also make sure that our relationship might work with their structures. And that sounds a lot more organized than it is, but you get the idea.
What really gets me about these people is they always flip their degenerate behavior on its head and paint it as some type of virtuous venture of the highly evolved. I checked out the comments on this video and this was the first one that caught my eye. Non-monogamy is advanced level relationshiping / relating. Haters hate because they couldn't even fathom the idea of being able to handle the challenges and benefits that come from it. It made the regular issues in our relationship so easy to deal with. Anyway, they'll never understand. It's too hard. Oh yeah, it made the regular issues in your relationship easier to deal with, did it? Yeah, I'm sure it's real easy to ignore the dirty socks he leaves in the middle of the bedroom floor when lying right next to them is the he picked up next to the dumpster behind 7-Eleven. The concept of an open marriage is, of course, an oxymoron. A marriage is a union between two people, and to unite means to join. If there are other people involved in your relationship, you're not a wife in a marriage, you're the midsection of a human centipede. And at the head of the beast is this guy. Andrew Tate is back in the news once again this week after a Romanian court ruled to keep him under house arrest as his human trafficking case continues. I'm gonna be completely honest, since day one, I never really understood the appeal of this guy. He's a grown man with a speech impediment who says shit like this.
So yeah, on corporatate.com I have my PhD program, and that is, PhD is a pimp and hose degree that I'm,
Clever.
And
Clever.
That teaches basically how I got girls, how I met girls, how I got girls to like me, how I got girls to fall in love with me to work on webcam for me.
Pimpin' hose? Really? This is the right's newest hero? Wasn't this an actual joke in a Friends episode?
You might be interested to know that I have a PhD.
Wow, you do?
Yep, pretty huge.
Right.
But then it dawned on me. Andrew Tate was planted by the same people who claim masculinity is toxic. Now hear me out. All the stories we covered today have one thing in common. They all lack a masculine character. Girls with masculine fathers don't fake their own abductions. Wives with masculine husbands aren't rewarded for their infidelity, and little girls who grow up in a well-functioning patriarchal society don't grow up to air their dirty laundry on TikTok, permanently staining their family's legacy. This behavior is all the result of weak male leadership. Now, this is where many of you will say that blaming men for a woman's actions is feminism. That's exactly what popular right-wing pundit and self-proclaimed anti-feminist Pearl Davis said in response to Ali Stuckey, who condemned Tate's behavior. She said, "Oh, come on, Ali. Sexually and emotionally manipulates women is feminist speak. We don't need this on the right. You know damn well there is nothing a man could say to women like you or me to get us to do this type of stuff. Those women made their own choices. Stop blaming the men." But then just 4 days later, she tweeted this: "Great women can only be great under the authority and leadership of a man. It's the only way we can be better than men at anything. We cannot do it and are not made to do it on our own." So which one is it, Pearl? Are men our leaders or not? To say that not so great men like Andrew Tate can't lead a woman astray, but great men can lead women to greatness is a little bit confusing. You see, I think people have this whole thing backwards. As our friend Nolan says, if you expect women to lead us out of feminism, you're a feminist. Western society is so starved of male leadership that Nancy boys like Andrew Tate are swooping in and filling up the space where men are supposed to be. Tate is kind of like the MSG you find at a Chinese buffet. He fills you up temporarily, but in an hour, you're starving again, and 30 minutes after that, you're suffering from projectile diarrhea. That's your gut rejecting him because deep down you know he isn't an alpha male, but a beta bitch in drag. Traditional masculinity is not belittling and exploitative and predatory. It's not succumbing to your base level urges or worshiping material things and yourself. Jordan Peterson once put it perfectly. He said, "Being a man is being capable of cruelty, but choosing not to be cruel." You know, it's strange that we're a whole generation of comic book nerds, but we all seem to have missed this very important life lesson from Uncle Ben.
Just because you can beat him up doesn't give you the right to. Remember, with great power comes great responsibility.
Honestly, boys, if you want to learn how to be alpha and turn even the hardest woman into soft feminine mush, ditch all these alpha movement grifters and take notes from this guy.
Baby, let me call him. You have to act like they got, like you got them, like they got you. Go, let me call him. Guys, Bobby's here. He's gonna open the door. You open the door. Hi.
Yeah, we should go.
Guys, that's it for me today. If you like this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out some other videos from my channel. Also, if you want to support me and this channel, please consider subscribing to my Patreon. I post 2 long-form videos there every month. All right, bye!